Shalom, shalom, and welcome to the White Rose Family Channel. My name is Symmanayah if you're tuning in for the first time. And this subject is to those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father Yahuah, who recognize that his word is indeed Yahusha. The title of this message is Who, Power, and Proof. You see, there's a lot that we want in life. There's a lot that we look for in life. And in this set-apart life, my brothers and sisters, we must know who will be giving things to us, who we will be giving things to. What power, what proof is there in our belief? Who, power, and proof. You see, my brothers and sisters, sometimes we are convinced because a person is charismatic, more charismatic, or adamant. That doesn't mean that they're powerful. If there's no truth behind what they say or do, there's no power. Unless you give in to what is not truthful, you gave the power away. Look for the proof in all that we do, and it will make a difference in these last days. Help me to present to you in Yashar'al things that will be given to us. Let me read. We give and we receive. What are the origins of what is transacted? Let us begin to ask questions and discover all that can be received before giving. Let me read this. Identifying the source of the thing makes a difference on how we respond. There are righteous things and evil things, both working to be accepted. Set apart Yashar'al will not be a compromising group. We will grow to learn how to uplift what is righteous. We will recognize the who, the power, and the proof. Take a look at Luke 21:8. It reads, and I'm reading from the East Sword Scripture Version. And he said, see that you are not led astray, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am, and the time is near. Then do not go after them. We must know who the Almighty Father has anointed and who he has not, who he's using and who he's not. Do not be led astray. Evil company corrupts good habits. That's 1 Corinthians 15:33. Do not be led astray. You see, when we come in contact with individuals or one another, we must ask, who are you? What do you believe? Who's moving you? We must examine to see if we see set apartness or something different. Galatians 6:7 say, do not be led astray. Elohim is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, that he shall also reap. We must work prayerfully to avoid falling for the who that claims to have power, but it is wicked. See, there are a lot of people talking about, oh yeah, I'm a seer, I'm a priest, I'm a leader, because Yahuah told me this, Yah told me that, or Ruach HaKodesh spoke, not knowing clearly when they are speaking under their own guile. Sure, there are mores, there are teachers, there's pastors. Sure, there are brothers and sisters. But when we stumble and fall, my brothers and sisters, the power then has been ignored. Proof comes by Yahusha. When we seek to fully identify correctly, then we will be able to define the proof that surfaces. Take a look at Proverbs 10:17. It reads, "He who heeds discipline is in the way of life, but he who refuses reproof goes astray." You see, we have instructions. We have the Spirit. We have light by the Almighty Father to show us, to make known the things that are true, the things that are righteous. There's a lot of scriptures that talk about avoid being led astray. Don't give that power away, my brothers and sisters. Proof will come and will shine its light. The power of proof will come, and who speaks it will be recognized. Proverbs 12:26 says, "The righteous is a guide to his neighbor, but the way of the wrong leads them astray." We must look at one another in a way of saying, who are you? What power do you bring? Where is the proof? Proverbs 28:10 says, "He who causes the straight to go astray is go astray in an evil way, falls into his own pit. But the perfect inherit the good." The good. For in the good we will discover power and proof that Abba Yahuah is working in us and through us. We have been given instructions and warnings to avoid falling. People who claim to know power must be able to define its origins. Look at these warnings that we were giving. You think they were just to be saying something? Consider Matthew 24:5. It says, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and they shall lead many astray." Why? Because they have no power except the power you give them if you ignore what is set apart. 24:11 says, "And many false prophets shall rise up and lead many astray." There's a power greater than these false prophets, and that power is the power of set apartness, the power that Yahuah gives his children. Let us be mindful of that. Yashar'al. It is important to examine all. Do not let titles represent power. Do not think titles are the proof. Many people grasp for titles and desire to be seen as one with power. But when examined, the proof reveals something different to those that are not led by the Almighty Father. End times are here. There will be an uprise of people claiming to have power. Do not forget that you have or will receive power to identify what is righteous. Know that, O Yashar'al. Recognize that. Each day there are decisions we must make, from the simplest to the complex. Yashar'al will be gathered, and there will be a sense of urgency to identify the obedience of Abba Yahuah. We will grow to learn that the Almighty Yahuah speaks through his word, Yahusha, working in us. There is no Trinity. Yahusha is the word of Abba Yahuah, and I speak of that often, for great corrections are coming to those who don't understand that. It is important to know that when we are unable to make decisions, step away and wait on Abba Yahuah patiently to bring the answers. Know who he used or how he brings the answers. Know the power of set apartness. Know how to identify true proof, my brothers and sisters. As we grow in maturity, Abba Yahuah shows us the character of the person delivering content. In other words, who must meet certain criteria. Would you follow the guide of someone you know is wicked? My brothers and sisters, I personally believe it would be wise to know that all will not return to the promised land for various reasons. We must begin to speak of the truth of what is laid out in the scriptures. The need to learn who to be with, how they view power, and the source of proof is critical. Otherwise, we may find ourselves in a position where we are led astray. We must know the power of belief. Belief. Know the power of belief. Therefore, we must study the scriptures. Seek the life in them as Yahusha make them alive and guide us. And in doing so, we will find ourselves walking in the power that has been given us. Let me read Deuteronomy 8, 1 through 3. Deuteronomy 8, 1 through 3. Guard to do every command which I command you today, that you might live and shall increase and go in and shall possess the land which Yahuah swore to your fathers. And you shall remember that Yahuah, Elohim, led you all the way these 40 years in the wilderness to humble you, prove you, to know what is in your heart, whether you guard his commandments or not. And he humbled you and let you suffer hunger and fed you with manna, which you did not know, nor did your fathers know, that make you know that man does not live by bread alone, but every word that comes from the mouth of Yahuah. This is what was said to his taught ones who came out of Egypt. And I tell you today, my brothers and sisters, we are like in the wilderness now until Yahuah gather us together. And he will feed us. He will give us strength. He will guide us. He will teach us. And we will know the power of Yahuah working in us, through us. We will see the proof. So it is today as well. We must follow the commands from Abba Yahuah, recognizing his word and spirit is sent in Yahusha's name. It is Yahusha who is our helper. Consider John 14:26, my brothers and sisters. It says, but the helper, the set-apart spirit whom the Father shall send in my name, he shall teach you all and remind you of all that I've said to you. This is Yahusha being quoted, my brothers and sisters, in John. Also review Psalms. Come with me to Psalm 46, 1 through 3. Psalms 46, 1 through 3 reads as follows, my brothers and sisters. Elohim, our refuge and strength, a help in distress, soon found. Therefore we do not fear, though the earth reels and mountains topple into the heart of the seas. Let its waters rage foam. Let mountains shake with its swelling. Selah. We can pray and know that we have the power of the Almighty Father. It goes on to say, Elohim is in her midst. She does not topple. Elohim does help her when morning turns. The nation shall rage, rain shall topple. He shall give forth his voice. The earth melts. Yahuah of hosts is with us. The Elohim of Jacob is our refuge. There's more. Come, see the works of Yahuah, the ruins he has wrought on the earth, causing all fighting to cease. Unto the end of the earth he breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the chariot with fire. But still, be still, and know that I am Elohim. I am exalted among nations. I am exalted in the earth. Yahuah of hosts is with us. The Elohim of Yaakov is our refuge. Selah. My brothers and sisters, who power and proof will have its place in our walk, to those who choose wisely. Come with me to Romans 1:16, my brothers and sisters. Romans 1:16 reads, "For I am not ashamed of the good news of Messiah, for it is the power of Elohim for the deliverance to everyone who believes, to the Yahudah first and also the Greek. For in it the righteousness of Elohim is revealed from belief to belief, as it has been written, but the righteous shall live by belief," knowing what Yahuah has done for us, to us, with us. We must never forget Hebrews 11:1-3. Let us know this, my brothers and sisters. Let us know its place in our lives. Hebrews 11:1-3 says, "And belief is the substance of what is expected, the proof of what is not seen. For by this the elders obtained witness. By belief we understand that the ages were prepared by the word of Elohim, so that what is seen was not made of what is visible." I want to also direct your attention to Proverbs 3:5. "Trust in the Lord." Oh, my mistake. I've been so many years ago used to saying that. Forgive me, my brother. "Trust in Yahuah with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding." So many people think that our brain is the de facto governing instrument of our bodies. And it's not. You see, we can be programmed, we can be taught, we can develop habits from the brain. But the spirit, that inward man, is a different thing. The spirit within us brings the power and the proof that we belong to the Almighty Father Yahuah, brings the understanding that we need. And the fear of Yahuah is strong trust, and his children have a place of refuge. You see, when we trust him, when we believe him, when we lean on his understanding, when we lean towards what is righteous, then who we are makes a difference. The power of the Almighty Father Yahuah working in us will bring the proof of the choices we made. I strongly recommend studying prayerfully to discern whether the power put before us is of the Almighty Father Yahuah or not. Let's recognize the power, the light from Yahuah, the directions from Yahuah. That's the power. It is not bad to get a witness to confirm conclusions made. There will be times when this may not occur quickly, but be patient. Yahusha will respond. Yahusha will respond in due season. Sometimes this will happen quickly when there is conflict. Sometimes it may not. The instructions may be to step away and seek his voice, seek his answers, seek his power and proof. Rise up, my brothers and sisters. Uncover to identify all that is presented. Like peeling an onion, uncover it, dig into it. Let us get to know one another. Have discussions on who, power, proof. Know when to embrace and when to purge. Recognize the who, the power presented and the proof carefully. Those who make mistakes, if they don't yield to the correction, you'll see that pain and regret will come. Who, power, and proof. We're involved with camps, fellowships, groups, communities. But do we see the power and the proof of Yahuah working among us, in us? Do we know who's walking in obedience and who's not? And what are we doing about it? Do we restore the brother, the sister? If they reject and do not look towards correction, do we know how to purge them from our midst? Do we know how to stage ourselves to where we can see the proof that the Almighty Father is working? Think about these three words: who, power, and proof, my brother, my sister, my family. See what a difference it can make in Yashar'al coming together. I pray that you're okay, that everything is all right, and that Yahuah is guiding you, strengthening you, and me, and Yashar'al. For soon and very soon, a sense of urgency will come. It will require much work from us. Are we prepared? Let's have discussions about sharpening ourselves and set apartness. Let's have discussions about who we are, the power that we possess, and the proof that we have and that will come. On that note, I say to you, my brother, my sister, my family, thank you for listening. Shalom.